And a pleasant good afternoon to you and yours, and welcome to James Allen Goins football field here in beautiful Rockledge, Florida. Alan Slaughterzinski with you here on the Brevard Sports Network for the kickoff of our BSN Youth Football Game of the Week as the Rockledge Raiders 12U team will take on the Tri-County Cobras. How dominant of a day has it been for the Rockledge Raiders? Well, they just won the last game 61-7, and that was the first and only touchdown of the day scored against Rockledge. So we're excited to be here with you this afternoon. Sorry about the late start, but when you score 61 points, games tend to take a little bit longer. As the teams get set to take the field here, the captains are on the field. Player to watch in this one, Xavier Corbin, number 0 out of Viera Charter Middle School. And, of course, now there is no elevated position here at James Allen Goins Field. So we are on the field, and we will do our best to move as we can up and down the field. I'm a little bit hobbled with the hip, so bear with us. But we think we're going to have a good one for you here today. Just go down the coaches list here. The head coach, Virgil Marshall II. Assistant coaches, James Goins, Nick Roberts, Christian Corbin, Dustin Jordan, Mario Francia, Robert Ingram, and the team mom, dad, Jarrell Thomas, and Gina Corbin. As we get set here. Nice stiff breeze here. It's a hot one. There is no bout of doubt that, right, Caleb? But Caleb's got the umbrella up. Hopefully the equipment won't overheat, and we're going to bring you a really good one here today. I'd like to thank Uberzati for serious athletes. Uberzati. As the 12U team gets set to take the field. And there they go, the Rockledge Raiders take the field here, led by Xavier Corbin. As the teams line up to kick off here. And the Raiders will receive here. So you'll get a good look here right out of the gate at Rockledge up close and personal, and that is if X doesn't return the kickoff back. 75 yards for a touchdown here. 12U here. And we are set to go here. As Tri-County in the white jerseys with the yellow pants. Little pooch kick will be fielded, dropped. Corbin picks it up, and he gets outside. And guess what? Corbin is gone for a Rockledge touchdown right out of the gate. The ball was botched, picked up, gone. Touchdown, Rockledge, 6-0. 18 seconds into the game. You have got to be kidding me. Don't blink. We didn't make it in time. Sorry about that, but hey. I got you a lot this year. I got you. Hey, I promise. We'll get you a couple times. I feel bad. The young man just came up and asked if we got 10U in time, and we just didn't make it in time. We had Viera Suntree Little League Baseball this morning. So here comes the 2-point conversion coming up here. Try to make it 8-0, and goodness gracious. How about it? Ball's dropped, and trying to get out of trouble here is the quarterback, and he's going to get out of trouble. What a play by Elijah Mitchell at a Gulfview Elementary. And Mitchell Gets in. We got a flag down, though, so it's likely going to be that's in the area of a hold. And I would imagine, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, helmet-to-helmet contact on the play there. On the offense, helmet-to-helmet contact. So
It was on the blocker coming back.
the backside blocker coming back. Okay. So 9:42 to go, and Rockledge will have to do it all over again here on the two-point conversion, except this time they'll have to back it up 10, 15 yards. Now I'm going to do part of the game, and Caleb Brown will do the rest of it. I'm on a time schedule here today, myself personally, so the late start kind of dooms me a little bit in terms of being able to broadcast the entire game. But have no fear, Caleb Brown is here. Caleb will be working the camera and doing everything else here today. All right, can't see the number at quarterback. It looks like number 9 there, and if it is number 9, that's Azriel Roberts. I don't think it is, though. I think it's 8. Tri-County jumped off sides there. Big offensive line up front. That's number 75 right there that you see. That's Waylon May out of Jackson Middle School. Right there at the left guard position. And on next to him, looks like Samson Butterfield out of Emma Jewel Charter. Quarterback rolls, pass is caught. And in, just stopped shy. Good tackle there at the pylon. The pass was complete to Raheem Cutler out of McNair, but he is cut down at the pylon. So with 9:42 to play, the Rockledge Raiders on an opening kickoff return of 55 yards by Xavier Corbin gives them a 6-0 lead. So they're walking something off here on the – so apparently another flag. You're going to see a lot of flags and a lot of drop balls today. You know why? Because it's the first game of the year, so that's to be expected. You know, the MFFCC, boy, they get started early. They play late, and I'll tell you, Caleb, they do a terrific job. Pop Warner, I believe, is just in the process today of a lot of programs handing out equipment, so – 6-0 Rockledge on top here. And set to kick it off for the 12U team is going to be Troy Silverzon. Troy, a Kennedy Middle School student. And Silverzon with a little pooch kick that'll drop. It's still on the ground, and the Raiders recover it. And Rockledge, what hustle down to the ball. Covering it up is Hunter Congdon out of Mila Elementary. And Rockledge takes over 1st and 10. So Rockledge is going to run 2 plays in 18 seconds, and they lead it 6-0. The more things change, the more they stay the same. This program has dominated for years upon years, and it doesn't look like anything's going to change here today. Lining up at the quarterback position is going to be number 5, Elijah Mitchell, the Gulfview Elementary student. In motion is number 7, Jaquez Roll. And we've got whistles and a flag. It's going to be a delay of game. I somehow, though, get the feeling that 5 yards isn't going to matter. Now, Tri-County's got a big – I don't have a roster for Tri-County. Tri-County's big up front. They do have some big tackles, but, I mean, look at that Raider offensive line. My goodness gracious. That is an offensive line that looks ready to start in high school. Mitchell with the snap, jet sweep. This is Roll. Roll breaks one tackle, gets outside, and he'll be stopped for a gain of about 2 yards here. They can bring up second down at about 13 to go here, make it 2nd and 14. Also up front on that Raider offensive line, number 99 up there, That's Brandon Brooks at a Golf View. Mitchell comes back in with the play, and the Raiders are right back to the line of scrimmage. Mitchell sends Silvers on to the right, wide left is Coleman. Mitchell with Corbin to his right. Second down and 14 to give is to Corbin. Corbin cuts back. Corbin, look at this move. Stops on a dime. Corbin's got all kinds. He's gone. Forget about it. Corbin into the end zone for another Rockledge Raider touchdown. And the spin move, Barry Sanders-esque right there, 360, and Corbin takes off for a 47-yard touchdown, 13-0, with 8:31 to play in the game, or in the first quarter.
Followed up with the whip and a nay-nay touchdown, Dan.
With a what?
The whip and the nay-nay.
The whip and the nay-nay, right. What is that? It's the first time I've heard of it. Oh, yeah, I got you. Okay, all right. I'm old, Caleb. You got to clue me in on these things.
That's not the first time you've heard of it.
Well, yeah, I think it is. I'd like to welcome in the league president, Shatina Brown, watching, and I tell you, and Billy Palmer on the feed as well. When you're talking about youth football in Brevard County, could there be two better people than Shatina Brown and Billy Palmer? And both are watching on the feed here. I want to say hello to the both of them, and I want to thank Shatina, of course, for allowing us to come up today and do the 12U game. And like that, just in the blink of an eye, it's 12-0 with 8:31 to go. 2-point conversion. Mitchell play action fake. Pass caught in, and it's 14-0 as Jacquez Roll at a Meadow Lane school gets in. And, 13-0. That's kick for two, a run for one. I keep forgetting about that. I'd like to say hello to Jayshawn Corbin if he's watching today. I'm sure he is. Jayshawn, of course, a rookie running back with the New York Giants. Welcome, Jayshawn. Good luck. There's no doubt in our mind that you'll be a New York Giant when that camp breaks. So, it'd be wild in a couple of years. Maybe Jayshawn breaking about his 8th, 6th, 7th year in the league, right? Watch Xavier Corbin get in there, and you have the Corbin brothers in the National Football League. Because I am telling you, Xavier Corbin, he's the best running back in Central Florida that I've seen at this age. There's no doubt about it. Now, obviously, I will tell you that he's got some technical issues, like you could see there carrying the ball, right? You got to, as they call it there, the woman there, the lady, you got to hold her tight there, right? You got to hold her tight so she don't hit the ground. You don't want to drop it, right? He was kind of held that ball out a little bit there, but I'm nitpicking because when you can run that fast and you have those types of moves, right? But those are things that as he gets older, he'll clean up and become the ultimate complete back. But right now at his age, unbelievable, just unbelievable.
If his brother's watching, his brother will tell me.
Yeah, Jayshawn will let him know. And they're going to kick it off again here, and they better just fall on this thing. Well, he elects to pick it up, and the speed kills and will here on the kickoff. And so we're going to see Tri-County, the offense. I feel bad for the offense for Tri-County. I mean, it's a minute and 40 seconds into the game, and they trail 13-0. Kind of changes the game plan a little bit, doesn't it? Especially since there doesn't appear to be an answer defensively for X. And I don't mean X's and O's. I mean X Corbin. Do not click on any of those links that are popping up on the screen. They are scams, and they want your credit card information. So please do not click on any of those links.
Alan, don't fall over.
No. They said I knew it'd be a stiff test for the hip in the heat today, and it's a rough start, but we'll loosen up here for me. 1st and 10 for Tri-County. Ball at the Rockledge 45. Timeout right out of the gate for Tri-County. 13-0 lead for Rockledge. I want to thank all of our sponsors here on BSN today. And the issue, really, that Rockledge offensive line, you saw that line, right? That line is huge, huge. Feels great to be back here at James Allen Goins Field. Don't forget tonight up at Rockledge High School, they've got the big track ribbon cutting ceremony. Oh, I'm sorry, it was last night. The 5th, that's right, the 5th. Make sure we got to get our donation in. We bought a hurdle. Why was I thinking it was tonight? Anyway, 13-0, Rockledge on top. Ball's out. Rockledge has it. One play. Because they only kicked it off and then called timeout, right? Tri-County turns it over. And with 8:15 to play, you're going to see the Rockledge offense again, however brief it may be. 13-0, Rockledge on top with 8:15 to play in the first quarter. They have recovered an onside kick. They have run a kickoff back, and they have scored on a 45-yard run by Xavier Corbin. So Mitchell sets them right up with Corbin to his right. Silverzon spread wide to the right. It won't change much, nor should it. Roll in the slot on the left. Raheem Cutter in the slot on the right. Didn't see who recovered the fumble. Mitchell wants the ball, got it. Play action, throws to Silverzon just out ahead of him. And the pass will fall incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Raiders. 8:09 to play. The incomplete pass will stop the clock. 13-0 here. First quarter, if you're just joining us. Checking into the game is number 12. That is Tristan Jordan out of Johnson Middle School. He'll line up wide right. And these young men are going to rotate in and out a lot today. It's a hot one here at James Allen Goins football field. The Rock. Mitchell with X to his left now. Throws and incomplete across the middle. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. A fingertip on that, and they blitzed too. So they came in pretty heavy that time, and number 75 pounded on his chest, saying, that's my fault that he got to my quarterback. So we'll see what happens here as they line back up again. X to the left of Mitchell. And Coleman moves a little closer into the slot area with a roll there. Motion, jet sweep. Runs into his own man. It'll be dropped for a loss. It'll bring up 4th down and 14. I can't imagine there's going to be any semblance of a punt here. I think they'll probably just go for this based on what the defense did on that first series. So it's 4th and 14 here, and Rockledge will indeed go for this as Mitchell comes back out with the play. So 14 yards needed here. Let's see where the ball goes. 7:14 to play in the opening quarter. 13-0 Rockledge on top. The give is to, and guess what? Corbin is down the sidelines and in for a 55-yard touchdown. Is Xavier Corbin, and it's 19-0. That was only 4th and 14. Hey, look, they tried to throw it twice, right? They tried to mix it up a little bit there, right? And when it got down to crunch time, they turned and handed the ball to X, and he only took it 55 yards for another Rockledge touchdown. And it's 19 to nothing with 6:45 to play in the opening quarter.
X gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
Yep. Yep. I asked another coach on another team what this game was going to be like. Was it going to be close? Was it? And he said it would be the Corbin show. And indeed, defense too. Got to give the defense credit. They ran a play and created a turnover on the first play. And outside, nice job. Does he get in? There's a late flag. That's going to be a hold, so that's not going to count, whatever the call is. And they're going to say a hold, and that's going to come back. I'm not sure whether the signal was he was in for one. He was. So they're going to have to do it again. 19 to nothing here. All 3 touchdowns scored by Xavier Corbin. 2 55-yard runs, and, oh, by the way, a 55-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And my goodness. So it looks like I'll be with you for the first quarter. It's 3 o'clock, and then you're going to have to do the 3 quarters. I'll head back, maybe catch up with you in the fourth. But Caleb Brown will be taking over here in the third quarter, or I'm sorry, the second quarter. And I'll be back with you in the fourth. Caleb more than capable. Throws, Mitchell. That's caught. That can be taken back. No, I guess it can't. I thought it could be run back for 2, but picked off, and the 2-point conversion is no good. So with 6:45 to play in the opening quarter, 19 to nothing, Rockledge on top. When I come back, you should be all right, right? Okay, I'll bring it back when I come back. All right. So we were just trying to figure out with the 19. And I don't mean any disrespect to Tri-County, but they don't have an answer for Xavier Corbin at this point. So we're, unless they stop Xavier Corbin, I mean, it's already out of hand. And these young men are out here playing hard. God bless them. But Xavier Corbin is just on another level. That spin move was arguably one of the best moves I've ever seen from a student athlete his age. $6:45 to go in the opening quarter, 19 to nothing. 3 Xavier Corbin touchdowns. So we get set for the kickoff here, and handling kickoff duties is Tyler Canby out of Lewis Carroll. And he is drilled on the kick, and the Raiders defense will take the field. Well rested, I might add. I tell you, West Melbourne, Rockledge, Vieira, Saturdays. Do you want to spend any other place other than at one of our Brevard County youth football fields? I know Tri-County has a great program. The MFFCC's got great programs all over the state, but we're Brevard County homers. And our local youth football program, Space Coast, the Panthers, the job they do, it's just all over. Bayside, everywhere. Just a fantastic atmosphere on Saturdays. Oh, my goodness. A whole host of Rockledge Raiders in on the stop. Looks like first on the scene there was number 6. Would it surprise you to know that number 6 is Xavier Corbin? So that's a loss of about 8, second and 18. So Tri-County's run 2 plays. They've lost a fumble and 8 yards. 6 minutes to go, first quarter. I formation, turns, gives it the deep back, and he will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And that time, the stop made by Adam Contreras out of Kennedy Middle School. Number 15 there. I had the opportunity one time to interview Jay Sean and X as they were running the hills with Eddie Mays, Coach Eddie Mays, and X running up those sand hills in Titusville just as hard as Jay was. It was a good little interview. So it's third down and 14 or 15 now. Turns, gives to the deep back again, and again, line of scrimmage is about the boundary there. That time, I got my eye on the tackler there as he comes out with the red sleeves on. There he is right there on our screen, number 8, Terrell Bell out of Endeavor Elementary. So this will bring up 4th and 10. I don't know if they have a punting game, but they may want to try and get one off here. 4:37 to play. Once again, Caleb's going to take over in the second and third quarter. I'll be back for the fourth. Timeout as Tri-County wants to think about it. Timeout on the field. We'll step aside here on Brevard Sports Network with your score. Rockledge 12, U19, Tri-County nothing. Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
Welcome back to James Allen Goins football field here in Rockledge, Florida, where the Raiders lead this thing 19-0. They've scored 19 points on about 7-8 plays. A kickoff return for a touchdown, a 55-yard run for a touchdown, and another 4th and 14 55-yard run for a touchdown. Now it's 4th down and 10 for Tri-County, and I'm not sure what the play call is here. Maybe a quick punt here by the quarterback. We'll see. Back deep for Rockledge, just in case, is number 11, Andrew Coleman. And he tries. He gets outside, but he'll be cut down quickly. That's either 6 or 8. And if it's 6, it's Corbin. If it's 8, it's Bell. And it is 1st and 10 at about the 38-yard line. It is number 8. Indeed, it is Terrell Bell. The linebacker comes in and shuts it down quickly. So Rockledge will take over. 1st and 10 at about the 38, 39-yard line, and I could use that breeze all day long. 4:17 to go in the opening quarter here. I'd like to say hello to Ricky Kendall. Oh, good to see you, sir. Thank you for logging in. I'm checking the comments periodically, so leave them. Outside for a gain of 8 there is Jaquiz Roll out of Meadow Lane. The 12-year-old glides outside. Actually, must have stepped out early, give him 6 on the play there. So he goes out of bounds, so the clock will stop, so it'll be 2nd and 5 now. And here comes Xavier Corbin. I'll say this. I want to say this, and I want to talk about this before I go. I'll save it for when I come back, because I want to talk about the position a lot of these student athletes are in as outstanding running backs. Jet sweep here, quick pitch, nothing but blocks on the outside. Look at that block by Corbin, and in full. Oh, they're going to throw the flag on the hold on the block in the back. That's not a good call. Not a good call. I'm 80 yards away. So we got a hold. They're going to call it a hold. That'll back it up 10 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15. And what I want to talk about is these student athletes that are outstanding running backs in youth football that have futures in the National Football League that you can tell, it's in Corbin's bloodline, just brothers with the New York Giants, right? But the problem is this. The position in the National Football League has been so heavily devalued in terms of the draft is concerned. Every team needs running backs. They want running backs, and they want good running backs like Jayshawn Corbin, right? But they're willing to sacrifice not drafting these players at the hope of signing them. So do you groom yourself when you have talent like Corbin does to be a running back and then switch to a wide receiver type position or an athlete? I don't know. It's definitely a catch-22. The last time an NFL running back was drafted in the top 2 or 3 was Saquon Barkley. Nice pass, caught, cuts back. That's a good job, but a good job there, quickly cutting it down. Jaquiz Roll catches the little bubble screen on the outside there, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 14. So, to watch this young man play this position in youth and high school, and then he gets recruited as a running back in college, you know what I mean? It's a catch-22 because you can tell he's got potential for NFL-type talent. I'd like to welcome in Eric Madrano watching from South Texas. Jock Thorne, my man, what's going on? Marcus Sanders, everybody here. Quarterback keeps it, gets outside. This is 3rd down. If he can break this tackle, he does, but Tri-County is there to shut the door. It'll actually be a loss of 1, so it's 4th and 15 with 2:38 to play in the first. 19-0 Rockledge on top. We are excited to bring you high school football this year. Youth football this year. We're going to be doing a game of the week every week, as well as we have signed on to do Viera Suntry Youth Pop Warner. We'll be doing a lot of Rockledge in West Melbourne as well. 4th down, and the give is to Corbin, he's gone. Corbin in for another Rockledge touchdown. 45 yards this time. And we got a flag. Come on, really? Personal foul, helmet to helmet. Are you kidding me? So this is offsetting penalties. So what do we have here? First game for the referees, too, and they do a great job. Look, I mean, but come on. I didn't see helmet to helmet. Did you? We watched the whole play develop. So Corbin will have a 45-yard touchdown wiped off the board. This should be a first down, though, based on where the foul occurred. They mark it off 15 yards. Well, it'll be fourth and about fourth in the same distance, I guess. But I thought Tri-County had a penalty called on them as well. So it'll be fourth down. It's going to be 4th and 8 now. All right, so 4th down and 8 with 1:34 to go. The clock winds. In at quarterback now is Azriel Roberts. Or no, that's Mitchell. Mitchell throws wide open, intercepted. Nice job, an outstanding job closing by that defensive back to get the pick. That was just, you know what? That was a touchdown, and that defensive back came over very, very close, very fast and picked that off. That play made by number 26 for Tri-County. Nice job, young man. That's how you play defensive back.
X was on FaceTime with his brother.
Oh, yeah?
Miss Georgina made sure, hey, your brother had something to say to you. That's some good in-game coaching.
Yeah. All right, so following the interception, $1:14 to go. It'll be 1st and 10 from about the 16, 17-yard line from my angle. Once again, coming up, Caleb Brown will take over the play-by-play duties coming up in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. I'll be back for the 4th. Now, Corbin in the middle of the field, and this young man is stacked up by number 44. That's Bradley Smathers at a Gulfview Elementary. Size, speed, athletic ability, this Rockledge 12U team, I mean, there's not much, if anything, they don't have. Great coaching, tradition. You say Super Bowl? Under a minute to go here. This is likely the final play of the 1st quarter. And that will be the final play of the 1st quarter, under 20 seconds to go. So I'm going to turn it over to Caleb Brown now. You all right, bud?
Yep.
All right.
And that will be the end of the 1st quarter with your score. Rockledge 19, Tri-County with work to do. right as we begin quarter number 2. Again, we do not have rosters for Tri-County. So we apologize for anyone from Tri-County watching. Do not have roster. Tri-County. Third and long. It's going to be the toss to 0-0. We'll get wrapped up in the backfield. By number 15, Adin Contreras. Contreras with the wrap up, and it is fourth and long. And they're punting. Return by number 7. Number 7 coming near side. He's going to come right into your living rooms, folks. And tripped up at about the 5-yard line. Number 7, Jaquez Roll. So Roll bring his team, they're going to say stepped out at about the 6 or 7 yard line. So you get an up close look here at the Raiders offense. First and 10, first and goal here on the 7 yard line. Elijah Mitchell at quarterback. Corbin, the deep back. Fakes to Corbin. Gives it to Roll. Roll. Cuts back inside. Cuts outside. He's going to race to the corner. And he will have a touchdown with a late hit. And the refs are calling another holding penalty. So, yet the third touchdown called back because of a holding penalty. So there was a holding, but then there's a late hit after the play. I got to be politically correct. Look, if the refs called it, it happened. So it's still a gain of about 5 yards because holding happened during the play. The late hit happened after. That's -10 plus 15. That equals out to a +5 gain. So first and goal, once again for the Raiders. Mitchell with the toss to Corbin. Corbin with a stiff arm into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockledge. Xavier Corbin. And they're going to go for one here. Oh, no, they're going to try to kick it. They're going to try to kick for two here. Kick is up. And it's good! It's good! Coach is giving the kicker some love. So that'll give me a chance here to change the scoreboard. That touchdown and kick for two, sponsored by Kendall Signs. For all your sign needs, give Kendall Signs a call at 321-636-5116. Again, that's Kendall Signs. Or find them online at kendallsigns.com. So 27-0. Set to do the kicking duties. Tyler Canby set to do the kicking. And there's another whistle and another penalty flag. While they discuss that, making a quick change right quick, because we are in the second quarter. So they're going to have Rockledge re-kick. Because not everybody was ready. And it's an onside kick. And Tri-County falls on it. So the Cobras will have the ball 1st and 10 in positive territory for the first time today. With 8:29 left to go here in the first half. Raiders up 27-0. Number 1 under center. He's going to give it a 0-0-0. Runs directly into 2 Raiders. The first one on the play is Elijah Mitchell, who is the first one to make contact. Number 1 gives it, do 0-0 and 0-0. Might get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. They're going to give him 2 on the play. It will now be 3rd down. 3rd and about 8. Number 1 fakes a 0-0, and number 6 gets wrapped up. The first one on the play, Xavier Corbin. Not only can he run the ball, but he can play. He can lay down some ball carriers as well. .6:45 left to go here in the first half. And so it is 4th down and about 12. Number 1 set to punt it, and it literally went nowhere. And that one is recovered by number 21. Number 21 is Antonio Kelly Jr. So the Rockledge Raiders once again will take over. They've had 5 offensive possessions, 4 of them resulting in touchdowns. Check that. 4 offensive possessions, and 3 of them resulting in touchdowns. Sorry, I see 4 scores on the board. I almost forgot the touchdown that was ran back on the opening kickoff. Mitchell gives it to Roll. Roll to the outside, and Roll will pick up a first down, a gain of 12 on the play. .453 left to go here in half number 1. Roll in motion. This time to give us number 4. Number 4 fumbles the football, but he will recover. Raheem Cutter recovers his own fumble. Roll the deep back. Mitchell, play action, and guess what? It's to Xavier Corbin, who now has a receiving touchdown. Xavier Corbin. 3 rushing touchdowns, a kickoff return for a touchdown, and a receiving touchdown. Look at that man. So now, let's see what Rockledge does here. Do they kick for it? Kicking for it would make it 35-0. And here they go. And bad snap. And roll! Catches it, and he'll run it in for 1. Bad fumble snap. Great job by the placeholder. Hold on. Placeholder turned quarterback, number 13, Anthony Fernandez. Dumps it off to Roll, and Roll takes it in for 1 point. The point after touchdown is good. And it's 34-0. And it looks like they're beginning the running clock now. So, just a quick scoring recap. Xavier Corbin took the opening kickoff, 55 for a touchdown. He's had 2 rushing touchdowns that were 55 yards. He had a 3-yard rushing touchdown. Watch out, folks. Action coming to your... And the knee hit the ground, so the ref blew the whistle, and thankfully for him. And I mean, look, I would have said that about anybody because he had 3 Raiders gunning for that ball. If you know anything about Rockledge football, they are, whether they're on kickoff coverage, defense, they are go to the ball, get ball. Minute and a half left to go here in half number 1. Coach Alex Goins giving his defense. Feeling pretty good, Coach. Coach Chop telling his backers. And the clock is still running. Down to 25 seconds left to go here in the first half. So the refs are saying there are actually 50 seconds because the clock was supposed to stop with the timeout. So there's 50 seconds left, and it will be kept on the field. Number one is going to take it himself. Number one, he'll pick up a decent positive gain. And so there's 30 seconds left according to the white hat. Number one out of the gun. Number 21 is running back. Number one looking, and he will be sacked by number 10, Nicholas Randolph. And will that be the final play yet? That is halftime. Folks, stay right here. We're going to show you the halftime festivities here at James Allen Goins Field. With your score, the Rockledge Raiders 34, the Tri-County Cobras 0. Let's see if I can't move. And let's see what they got halftime-wise. The PA announcer here trying to get the cheerleaders to come out onto the field for some halftime entertainment. And here come the cheerleaders. Now, I would unplug, but unfortunately our stream will get taken down due to the copyright of all the music.
So we only got 4 cheerleaders? Shauna, I'm going to call Shatina right now. Some got to give. Okay, here they come. Here they come.
I believe they're going to perform. Well, while they're setting up, I'm going to go ahead and change the scoreboard here because we'll be going into the third quarter. Should be running clock.
Tighten up, cheerleaders. What's on? Well, we got a real good show for y'all coming up. It's chill. Is that it, Soraya? Okay, let us know when you're ready. Thumbs up when you're ready. Thumbs up when y'all ready. And y'all get your camera phones out. This is gonna be the best show y'all seen all day. Mid Florida, we going live. Right now, we going live. Thumbs up when y'all ready. Okay, here we go.
Here we go with the cheerleaders.
Come on, let's go. Okay. Rockledge 12U cheerleaders. 12U. 12U. Y'all gotta hear it. Here we go.
Oh, they got the sunglasses on.
Get ready. Get ready for it. Watch this. Okay. Okay, give it up for the Rockledge Raiders. Thank y'all, ladies. It took some guts to go out there. Straight up. Good job, ladies.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and mute the microphone, take a quick little break, get myself something to drink, and when we come back, second half action right here, live from James Allen Goins Field. Rockledge Raiders 34, Tri-County Cobras with work to do. Ten U going out, busting out some moves for halftime. 10U. Busting moves. Look at that. You know, you get the chance to do that at halftime of other games when you put up 62 points. And that's what they did. 10U put up 62 points today. So I guess you get the extended celebration into halftime of the next game up. Again, we would unplug, but the stream would get taken down by the music. Oh! I mean, in what other Little League do you know that just anything can happen? And just look at him. I mean, having the time, you know, besides playing football, learning the game of football, and, you know, this is stuff that you also remember. Of course, you remember putting up 62 points, but then you also remember during 12U halftime going out and dancing with your brothers. I mean, just look at. All right, time to get back to our spot.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
Oh, my brother, testify. Thank you to Devon Dudley for bringing us back. WWE Hall of Famer, local sports Hall of Famer. Genuine good guy. Humble as anything. Promise the umbrella will not be in the camera when game time actually begins. Just get myself situated here on the sideline. The breeze feels amazing. See Rockledge 12U warming up. Running clock, second half, as they're up 34-0. And here we go. Tyler Canby set to handle kickoff duties. Thank Kendall Signs for their partnership with the Brevard Sports Network. And Elijah Mitchell said, "Excuse me, I think we'd like the ball to start the second half." Thanks Connect Sports Consulting. And there's Roll. Roll on the handoff. Roll being held by his jersey, trying to fight number 26 on the tackle, but not before Roll can pick up a first down. Jaquez Roll. It's 1st and 10. They can still pick up a first down before they score. Snap. Motion. And number 4. Xavier Corbin with a block. Raheem Cutter scores the touchdown. And it is now 40-0. Raheem Cutter. And they're going to go ahead and try to kick for 2. They are 1 for 2 on attempts today. As they call the lake out there, Rockledge Beach. And the whole Rockledge sideline, hands are in the air. Can he make it to the water? Fumbled snap. And the kicker! It's caught! The kicker threw the 1-point conversion. Tyler Canby said, not only can I kick for 2, I can throw for 1. Tyler Canby, the kicker. Huh? No, number 20. Yeah. Again, when you come to Rockledge football, everybody's an athlete. Kickers don't just kick. Kickers can throw point after touchdown conversions. I mean, it was a toss backwards. Kicker stops, Canby set his feet and got the point after touchdown through to a receiver. Couldn't see the number of the receiver. Canby set to. Number 26 tried to cut back, and that's one thing you're not going to do on this Rockledge team. Because that speed, they got speed behind you, they got speed in front of you, you're going to get caught. And then look, more of that Rockledge discipline. Someone missed a tackle, so they got their 10 push-ups in right there on the field. The score is 40-0. I need to change the scoreboard. Number 1 under center for the Cobras. Stobbs gets his sign from the sideline. There. Okay, so while they're fixing the chains, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this scoreboard. Everything needs a little fixing every now and again. 41. Number 6 in the backfield brings down number 00. Number 6 is Xavier Corbin.
What's her name? That ain't Mark. His mama ain't even watching. She on Facebook.
3 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. .320, and here comes number 6 around the outside. And once again, a gang of Raiders said, you will only get 3 yards and you will stay right there. Two and a half minutes left to go. Hand off to number 6. Number 6 cuts back, trying to outrun this Rockledge defense, but unfortunately will not happen. Number 4 there on the tackle, Raheem Cutter out of McNair Middle School. Fourth down here. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. And he had the right play in mind. Overthrew his receiver. First down, Raiders. Mitchell in the gun. Mitchell, play action, gives it on to number 7, roll, and roll will take his reception for the touchdown. And it's 47-0. And that's the end of the third quarter. And they're just going to go for the point after touchdown. Mitchell gives it to Corbin, and Mitchell to Corbin. The extra point is good. And it's 48-0. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Timeout called by the coaches. And look, give it up for the Cobras. The Cobras came over and tried, but this Rockledge team here is different. The ball bounced out of bounds. Ball bounced out of bounds. That'll be a penalty. That's the first penalty I've seen a Rockledge coach smile on. Again, I'd like to thank all of our sponsors: Beachwave Volleyball, Connect Sports Consulting, Dingers, 9 Round, Ubrazati, Best Private Investigations, so first and 10 on the 35. It's the fourth quarter. Fourth and final quarter. And that's going to be a false start. And the fullback tried to take it. Number 1 there on the tackle. Von Dexter, Tyler Von Dexter. Check that. Von Dexter Tyler Jr. And it's second down here, 2nd and 15. Five minutes left in the game. And the fullback, 00, runs into 3 different Raiders. Von Dexter Tyler in on that play. Terrell Bell in on the tackle. And he'll give it to 00. 00 picks up a couple of yards. Troy Silberzon on the tackle there. Four minutes left in the game. Rockledge Raiders with a great first game right here. And they're going to punt this ball. Cobras will. And it will be picked up. And that was number 11 on the return, Andrew Coleman. So while they're discussing whatever it is the refs are discussing, 3 minutes left until this one goes final. I mean, I don't think there's any question who the player of the game is. I mean, if it's not the guy that has scored four touchdowns in this game by himself. One kickoff return for a touchdown. Three rushing touchdowns. And check that, he had 5 touchdowns on the game and a passing touchdown, or a touchdown reception. I promise I know how to get words out right. It's hot. The breeze feels good, but it's still hot. And that's what I'm going to blame it on. Anyone that doesn't believe me, well, that's on you. Most likely is the final possession here. And number 8 there on the carry, Terrell Bell. Terrell Bell getting his first carry of the day. Raiders, I think, are trying to score one more time. Mitchell is going to take it on his own. Mitchell making people miss and finally out of bounds. Hey, you know what? I like this job by the Raiders. Take advantage of this 2-minute drill opportunity. Mitchell, play action, fires, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be defensive pass interference. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That's right. When there's a running clock, you cannot pass the football. 10 seconds left. Coaches are trying to hustle the players into 3 seconds. And the coaches are trying to say you can't end the game on a penalty, so they're petitioning to get their team one more play. Mitchell in the backfield. You got Bell. And Eli Mitchell's going to take it on his own. It's a race to the corner. And the final play of the game ends in a touchdown. Elijah Mitchell. And that's game, ladies and gentlemen. So the Rockledge Raiders take a 54-0 victory in the 12U division. We want to thank President Shatina Brown for inviting us out here. I'd like to thank Alan, who's taking care of his scheduled commitment. For everyone here at Brevard Sports Network, everyone here at James Allen's Goins Football Field, President Shatina Brown, I'm Caleb Brown. Have a good night, and as always, make it a sports night.